What's up guys, Delont'e here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Bowers & Wilkins PX7, shorten the PX7 for the rest of this review. Now the PX7s have a pretty big name in the headphone market, right up there with the Sony WH-1000 XM4s and the Bose Noise Cancelling 700 headphones. Can these headphones live up to that hype? Or a better question would be, can I recommend these headphones in 2022? Now, to help make that determination, you will get a chance to hear exactly how they sound, so please have a good set of headphones ready for easy listening. By the end of this video, you should be able to make a determination as to whether these headphones are the right headphones for you. Jumping right in, these headphones were released back in September of 2019 and are still considered one of the best headphones in 2022. The headphones you see here are in the silver color, but can be purchased in space gray and carbon as well. They can be purchased for $399 US on the Bowers & Wilkins and Amazon website. Now, at this price, these headphones are definitely in the premium section of Bluetooth wireless headphones. Although the headphones were released in 2019, they still look sleek and on par with the latest and greatest of headphones recently released. The headphones do not feel cheap at all and are definitely not an issue for people with larger heads. Now, the PX7s are also not a collapsible pair of headphones, very similar to the Bose 700 and Apple's AirPods Max headphones. The telescoping arms are made from carbon fiber, making it more durable and lighter, weighing in at about 10.7 ounces. Now, the PX7s are heavier than the Sony WH-1000 XM4s, which weigh about 8.95 ounces, and the Bose Noise Cancelling 700 headphones, which weigh about 9 ounces, but lighter than Apple's AirPods Max, which weigh about 13.6 ounces. The PX7s use a fabric material around the ear cups and headband. Now, this has been good for me because it provides a different look and feel. I also don't have to worry about things like fingerprints on the headphones. Others have had a hard time keeping them clean. You will need to make sure your hands are clean when handling the headphones because the fabric material will pick up dirt and grime, so just keep that in mind. The PX7s are using 43.6mm drivers that sound great, and according to Bowers & Wilkins are the largest in their headphone lineup. Now, as stated earlier, the PX7s are using telescoping arms that stay exactly where you intended them to stay without you having to worry about them moving around while not in use. The Bowers & Wilkins badging is prominently displayed on the outside of the ear cup, and on the inside of the ear cup, you get the big L and R, or left and right, to let you know which ear goes where. The ear cups on the PX7 are deep and wide. I've never had an issue with my ears touching the inside of the ear cups. The ear cups are also tilted, very similar to the Bose line of headphones. Now, the clamping force is something that you will need to get used to. The clamping force isn't overbearing, but you will notice the clamping force and may experience fatigue during long listening sessions while using the headphones. Now, the headphones do have cushion at the top to try to balance that fatigue, but I do find myself having to take short breaks while using the PX7s. The case that comes with the headphones was well thought out and provides the needed protection. There's a compartment on the inside at the top that houses cords and small items like that. Now, the one concern I would have is that there isn't really a mesh area for miscellaneous items. As stated earlier, the headphones do not collapse, so the case does take up a little bit more room. Now, this isn't really a major deal or anything like that because the case does provide excellent protection and it's small enough to fit in something like a backpack with no worries at all. Just know that the case isn't as small, or the footprint on the case isn't really as small as those with collapsible headphones. The battery life is advertised at 30 hours. Now, this will depend on how you actually use your headphones, but the 30-hour battery life has been pretty spot on. I was able to get more than 30 hours in some cases, but the 30-hour battery life advertisement is a real thing. That being said, I've had zero issues getting 2, sometimes 3 weeks battery life on a single charge. Now, once again, this will depend on how you actually use your headphones, but the battery life on the PX7s are a non-issue, something that I've never had to worry about. during my use. The headphones also come with the feature called Standby Timer, which allows you to customize how long your headphones stay on before entering standby mode, once again providing better battery life just in case you forget to turn your headphones off. The PX7s use physical buttons to control the headphones. On the right cup, from top to bottom, you have the power button, the volume up button. Press the middle button once for play pause and to answer and end a call. Press the button twice to skip tracks and 3 times for previous tracks. The lower button lowers the volume. Below that, you have the USB-C charging port that can also play the music if you want to charge and listen to the headphones at the same time. Below that, you have the 3.5mm headphone jack. And for those of you wondering, yes, you do actually get the 3.5 to 3.5mm headphone jack included in the box. On the left side, you have the noise cancellation button, which if you tap once, you'll change the noise cancellation from high to low to auto and off. Hold the button and the headphones will give you an audible sound and lower the music while turning on the transparency feature. Now this has helped me quite a few times in a pinch. Tap that button one more time and the volume and noise cancellation are right back to where you had them originally. It's the little things that make these headphones shine. Now, I would not recommend the PX7s for working out, but if you were to do it, the headphones do clamp to your head in a way that they would not easily fall off. Now, this could be perfect for something like lifting weights or an exercise that requires minimal to moderate movement. Just keep in mind that the headphones do not have an IP rating, not even for a sweat or splash, so you are using them at your own risk if an excessive amount of moisture enters the headphones. But the headphones are rugged and do have the clamping force for that type of use. The app doesn't necessarily have a lot of features, but some of the features on the PX7s include adjusting the noise cancellation. Now, as we previously discussed, you don't necessarily need the app for this. You can do this on the headset itself. Ambient pass-through allows the user to adjust how much noise cancellation you would like to allow in your headphones. Now, you will get a chance to hear what the noise cancellation sounds like later in the video. The headphones allow for multiple devices to be connected at one time. So if you have a call happening while you're watching a video on your laptop, you can have both devices connected. Now, you as the user have the ability to go in the app and toggle which devices you would like to have on at the same time. The wear sensor section allows the headphones to stop the music when you take the headphones off. You can allow the headphones to give you voice prompts, and there's the standby timer that we discussed earlier, which allows you the ability to say how long you want the headphones to be on before it goes into standby mode. On the negative side, you will need a charge in order to use the headphones. Now, as I said earlier, you can charge and use the headphones at the same time, but this is one of those situations where if you don't have a charge, then you cannot use the headphones. And that's really about it. You won't really find an EQ setting or something like you would find in the Sony WH-1000XM4s or the Bose Noise Cancelling 700 headphones. This is really one of those set it and forget it style apps. The PX7 headphones use Bluetooth 5.0 and is capable of using AAC, SBC, aptX, aptX HD, and aptX Adaptive for low latency. Now, I'm also happy to report that using the headphones with YouTube, Hulu, and Netflix are not a problem at all. So with all that being said, let's check out how the PX7 noise cancellation, transparency, and call quality work in the real world. All right, guys, so this is a test of the Bowers & Wilkins PX7 headphones in a quiet environment. This is a test of the Bowers & Wilkins PX7 headphones in a quiet environment. All right, guys, so this is a test of the Bowers & Wilkins PX7 in a simulated noisy cafe. This is a test of the Bowers & Wilkins PX7 in a simulated noisy cafe. All right, so this is a test of the Bowers & Wilkins PX7 in a simulated airplane cabin. This is a test of the Bowers & Wilkins PX7 in a simulated airplane cabin. Alright guys, so this is a test of the Bowers & Wilkins PX7 in transparency mode. This is a test of the Bowers & Wilkins PX7 transparency mode. So what do you guys think? I think the call quality is enough to get it done. Now, it's definitely not on the same scale as the Bose Noise Cancelling 700 or Apple's AirPods Max. These are still the cream of the crop when it comes to taking quality, non-distorted calls, but the PX7 will get the job done when needed. The noise cancellation is pretty good. Once again, not on the same scale as the upper echelon, but turning on the noise cancellation while playing music in the background should get rid of all the craziness going on around you, especially in an airplane or train setting. The transparency feature is actually really good. You don't sound like a robot like you do in some of the other headphones, and the fact that you have a single button on the left side that will lower the music and place the headphones in transparency is a plus. Bowers & Wilkins definitely did a great job on this feature. As far as sound leakage, the test you just heard was at 50% volume at approximately 18 inches away. Now, this is good for airplane scenarios, train scenarios, or your standard work scenario where people might be in close proximity. The PX7 headphones did a decent job at keeping the leakage to a minimum. I mean, the headphones get really loud. You get an earful at 50% volume, but the seal is pretty good, so the leakage can be controlled. Just know that if you listen to your music very loud, like above 50%, then you'll be inviting everybody to join your music session. Our next section will allow you to hear the music as we hear it here using our binaural microphones. This is where you'll need those headphones. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.
In place, y'all really testing my patience. Right before I blow up the spot, I had to get back to the basics. What if my talent is wasted? And see what I'm lacking the placement. Thought since I rap in the basement, but my come up is legend, is greatness. I don't care now, it's pedal to the metal. I can never quit now, I will never settle. Puppet to the game, I'm pulling strings like Geppetto. We in the same game, but I'm on a different level.
So, can I recommend the PX7s in 2022, especially at the asking price of $399 US? Well, the PX7s are louder than and have more kick than the Bose QC45s and the Bose Noise Cancelling 700 headphones. As you heard in a sample, the bass is punchy but not muddy. The mids help the track to sound natural, but in my opinion, the treble could be tweaked a bit. So if you listen to something like the Bose Noise Cancelling 700 or the Sony WH-1000XM4s, you'll notice that the lows, mids, and highs are working together to bring out whatever it is you're listening to. I feel like the highs can be tweaked a bit and the PX7s, especially for certain styles of music, and I think that's where the EQ would have been great to have in the app. Overall, I can still recommend these headphones. The build is high quality and there are tons of features here that I wish were in the more recently released headphones. If you are looking for a well-rounded pair of headphones that sound great and have features that will keep them relevant for years to come, then the PX7 headphones definitely deserve your consideration and may be the right pair of headphones for you.